Welcome y'all to Material Liberation Volume 3, Freedom Dreams.
I hope you find some peace of mind in this lifetime.
What does it look like to have fashion that's grounded in the realities of the people, that explores what it means to be in community?
In 2016, I learned about the 2013 collapse of the garment factory Rana Plaza in Dhaka, Bangladesh. Over 1,000 garment workers died making clothes for Joe Fresh, for Zara. And so let's go into the means of production. What does that mean? So the means of production on one hand are the useful materials that come from natural sources like minerals, coal, petroleum, wood, water. And on the other hand are the instruments of production, so the tools, the machinery, the increasingly advanced equipment which makes it possible to extract. But that doesn't happen by itself, right? There's labor power that is a part of it. So it's the labor power of humanity that makes it possible to transform these natural resources into items for human use. So I guess that is where I leave us. Some things that I ask myself is, what is that aspirational nature of fashion? What is the ideological chokehold that these companies have on us? How do we maintain the beauty of the fashion? And what could be beautiful coming out of the fashion industry, but without the exploitation of human beings? So this is why we can't simply just look at a t-shirt as this is an item that's just appeared magically or naturally at the store. We have to understand how and why it's produced.
There's an economic base that fuels this. The means of production. The labor that folks put in to make everything that exists, but the money that they do not receive to survive to make those goods. Workers make the world run. Workers should run the world. Can we agree on that? Okay. Commodities. Consumerism. Instead of telling you to fight, they tell you to buy. Okay? There's a bourgeoisie, there's an elite, there's a ruling class that is represented financially, and there's a proletariat, us. Individualism. What's that? You gotta pull yourselves up out of bootstraps, right? That's what you gotta do. It's all on you. You don't need anybody else, right? It's a dog-eat-dog world. You gotta build your bag. Hustle culture, selfishness, lack of collectivism. Okay? Then we have the Panthers. They loved having their buttons that had all power to the people. Communism now. Slogans that represented who they are. Serve the people, feed the people. Because fashion is a tool. The ruling class knows that. We have to know that. Right? It's a way to show your politics.
The theme is all about freedom dreams, freedom dreams, freedom dreams. To make freedom dreams happen in reality takes struggle, it takes work, it takes groundedness. And so we want to see that excitement. We want to feel that excitement. Period. All right. I'm ready to get this show started. So we got our first designer, MC Otani, coming to us as Kotami Oficial.
So this collection that we made is inspired by the fires in the religious and cultural traditions from our past. All of these fires are evidenced by a deep wish for a better world and those who came before me. What fires will we continue burning today and tomorrow, and how should we harness these flames?
Kotami is a fashion project that seeks to imagine what fashion for 2050 will look like. As one of the most polluting industries in the world, and also the cultural manifestation of gender, race, and class, clothes have a really important role to play in the future that we're building. Clothing is shelter, an essential need after all.
I'm not gonna hold you, y'all. I was nervous for 2050, but I'm about to be styling. What y'all got? I'm doing a little like bikini with the booty shorts. It might be like hailing, but I'm gonna still give a look. All right. Who ready for the Boricuas? Let's give it up for Mel Corchada, our Boricua fashion inspiration.
My collection is titled Everything for Everybody. It was really an endeavor to co-create a collection with and for my community, my family, my friends, the femmes, the bodies, the people that I love most, and prioritizing what they need, what they wanted in a look. In my practice, my priority is centering processes of care, collaboration, and transformation. Transform into new garments. Another really important facet of the collection was relationship building on these collections with and for my friends, my family, my community, probably the most amazing part of the entire experience. And skill sharing too, sharing knowledges and ideas. And I think that really ties back to the exact theme of this show, because to me, Freedom Dreams, that's the power to create alternative futures, right? And that's what my practice is centered on.
Next, we've got some poetry for y'all. It's not gonna be for me, don't worry.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Andrea Alvagueros. Freedom Dreams. When thinking of freedom, I think of home in Salvador, where the air smells fresh and the waves hit hard. Volcanoes stand tall, thermal waters keep me safe. But we left it all behind, following dreams that weren't mine. Swam away, flew far, high above the clouds, deep within the sea. Leaving me daydreaming, a dream that makes the earth shake and waves crash. I dream of a collective scream. I dream of a home that's safe. I dream of a home in me. Okay, this next poem I've been repeating constantly lately. I come from Palestinian ancestry, and these words have been weighing heavily in my soul. Sorry. This poem is called A Dream I Had That I Traveled to Palestine. I dream of a free Palestine while I'm wide awake, yet it's so hard to write unless it's at night. The day, it gets too busy, we're too easily distracted. At night, all I have are my thoughts and dreams that bring sleepless nights and tired days, a cycle that's hard to stop. Daylight approaches, yet I still dream, but the worries never cease, forced to silence the thoughts so they don't escape my mouth in a scream. Foots on our necks as you ask us to condemn our fight. Then the night breaks, the truth haunt my dreams, turning them to nightmares, leaving me sleepless, writing in the dark. Yet I have the freedom to write, to be proud, to be alive, to keep fighting, to carry on daydreaming.
Now we about to get into the Vita verse. Doesn't that sound cool? That sounds cool as hell. All right, let's welcome Vita to the stage. Come on, baby, start it up.
The idea behind Vitaverse is to explore expression that sparks and is filled with unconditional joy and healing through the creation and exhibition of art in a way that I hope relates to and inspires others as well. Last of Childhood is an analysis and exploration of the self-imposed and societally imposed stages of my life as a queer South Asian first-generation immigrant growing up in America. It aims to explore the in-betweenness of growing up within two cultures, but also on the outside of two cultures as a queer person.
Next, we got our amazing New York City native, Kirby Joseph, about to give us a spiritual experience. Welcome, Kirby, to the stage.
What this collection represents is a lot of my healing, but also like the plight of Haitian people. Each person here represents an Orisha. I wanted to make things that people who are not straight sized, who are not slender, could wear and look amazing in. It was very important.
Next, let's give it up for Natalie, another Haitian American. Let's bring it on.
Question everything. Struggle in the present for the world we wish to live in. Accept tragedy as inevitable. Like laughter of healing, pain is unavoidable. Truth is coming at roots, lifting liberation from twisted tongues, forcing mother out for colonizers' boots to drag into our homes. Us out to ships of wet bones, cold trails, graveyards, one and the same. They were not invited, but we are a hospitable people who embody the teachings of Jesus, peace be upon him, better than any church on stolen land could ever even begin to think of what it can mean to love a neighbor without exception. We clean the feet of our guests. We empty cabinets for their sustenance. We understand life is sacred. We exist in community with the inalienable rights of air, water, land, and the heavens. Where you come from, who you come from, know the emotions that color your veins, blending yesterday into today, where past is future is past, and present and forever is non-linear. Don't be discouraged. If the peculiarities of tomorrow signify regression, we are more than our present circumstances. Freedom without imagination is emptier than good without love. That's it. Freedom without freedom is too often the cause of destruction. If you're not riding for freedom, what are you doing then? Free your soul, free the world. Siege on Gaza, dripping blood in the sea, blowing secondhand ash into the river. Have you heard the tear gas screams coming out of Palestine? Can't breathe. There's not enough ventilators for children going up in open air prisons, plantations, illegal exploitation, history. It doesn't repeat. It just keeps going on until we do something different. What does it mean to no longer feel state violence? What is the state? Who owns violence? What is my body if I cannot identify it? I mean, who am I really besides a kid too scared to sleep? Never fails my dreams of reaching peace to the holy land of revolution, where we can be whatever we want to be without being scared to sleep, without working lungs out dry, worry about blood pressure getting too high, how to survive the next day's rent or demolition. Where Michael's still living, Ahmed is married, Trayvon's first person on the moon with an airplane, and Sandra Bland is president. Where return to land of who we come from is an expectation. Where trauma no longer carries the magnitude of air, inescapable like breath. Where I do not cry, writing a poem I do not know if I can see the future of, but I'm young and alive. So how can I be a pessimist? Baldwin, take the wheel, take my hand, guide me towards the land of the holiest revolution of love, liberated from suffering, suffocated by human beings, scattered the desolate, made us to hate and divide. Trying to conquer life is impossible. Didn't they know spirit never dies? Trying to conquer life is impossible. Don't we know spirit never dies? We got centuries of wars living when we look into our eyes. We ain't starting from scratch, got foundations of innovation, taste, rhythm, empathy as community ethic. Past is future, is past and present, and forever is non-linear. Don't you remember? Spirit never dies, spirit never dies, spirit never dies. Don't you forget when we get there.
Let's give it up for Fabiola Sobedo. Come on up to the stage.
So I've named my collection Unsettling Fia Banana. And Fia Banana is a Malagasy word. It does bring this feeling of bringing everyone together as a single family web. And my inspiration for this collection comes from the intriguing idea of how our childhood memories can sometimes feel like a foreign territory as we grow and construct our identity. And that's why the theme of freedom in my perspective is about liberating ourselves from the constraint of predefined notions, of giving ourselves the freedom to explore and embrace the rich diversity of our origin.
Thank you so much for joining us for Volume 3 of Material. Oh, I see me on the screen. I'm so sorry. Volume